Neff?
Overall, these teams, I would say that Double Dimension is a lot stronger. Along with, I saw like what LeBron is able to do on his heroes. He's an extremely solid player. So.
I mean, he's the Earthshaker master. I mean, he's the dunk master. He's LeBron, you know. But he's actually not playing it this time. It's actually making me Axmo playing the Earthshaker. I was a little surprised. Axmo should. Yeah. So yeah, Axmo's taking. Who do you think has the advantage? We're going to
a short break with a short message from the sponsors, but we'll be right back with the action. So stay tuned. Alright, as promised, take long at all, and as you guys mentioned, Akmo here on this Earthshaker. Of course, it's also a hero that he's played before. It's not just LeBron, especially in this day and age. It has a monopoly on that hero. But definitely some interesting drafts coming out, in my opinion, as well. You guys picked them apart quite nicely, but. I'm also curious to see how x.bet actually come together as a team, because I do not recognize any one of these players.
Yeah, they're pretty new for me as well.
Yeah.
For the most part, Double Dimension has a lot more players. They're with No Fear, Axmo. Who else do they have? LeBron is a very popular player, and they're going to go try for this invasion to the Radiant Jungle.
Already gonna do a lot of damage here, and Sane even blocked off a little bit, takes a little bit of extra right clicks with that expansion, and well, Akmo, we should have another fissure in a couple of seconds, but well, Sane taking the safe route to unlimited powers. He'll be fine, but he's forced to go back to base now, isn't he? Yeah, don't necessarily want to pop a salve already, but it also means that he's gonna miss an entire creep wave at the very least. Okay, he doesn't even have to do shenanigans and skip them with the creeps, or with the trees.
We're about to get a full wave, probably a whole level. Insane. Nice, good start. Nice, good start. No, very good. Standard dual lane shenanigans mid. What were you gonna say, Neff? Sorry.
This might be first blood here with the fissure block into the arrow, into the body block and everything, and yeah, there it is. Rajix taking that one. Akmo dropping low to the Enchantress and that Dark Troll Summoner. Time to add some damage in, but... oh yeah.
Seeing this mid, I'm looking at this mid matchup right now. This Troll versus Bloodstaker. Troll is leading a little bit in terms of last hits. He was having a little bit of struggle dealing with Bloodstaker in terms of rank click damage. You remember that he has an ability that cancels out all axes, so it's a little bit even on both sides. I don't think there's much heroes. Wait.
Looks like Undershock, he might... whoa, okay. I did not see Akmo coming in there, but setting it up quite nicely. I think Undershock, he must have prepped that bash somewhat. That's one cool thing that you can do on... yeah. One cool thing you can do on Troll Warlord is you just can hit a creep a couple of times, like on Spirit Breaker, but then you can switch your range form and you actually keep your... like your pseudo RNG status where it's at. So when you're fully certain that next it's gonna be a bash, then you can just switch range form and then switch back when you want to try and get it out.
Ooh.
Yep.
calculated.
You haven't been the only one who's talking about that to me. So. Yeah. Well, I can go going ham up against 2 heroes, the Barnes as well. They did have the fissure block, so they're looking to try and make use of it, and they will with the leap into Starfall. Rogex gets himself another one and chases the rest of them away. But once again, Akmo super low, maybe extra bit of advantage for Bloodseeker, but Troll Warlord isn't even there either. Undershock contributing his own little piece of that thirst.
Yeah, without the Whirling Axis, it's very hard for him to stay in lane against this Bloodseeker. Bloodseeker already has very high armor to begin with. Troll has high armor as well, but he's just able, anytime he gets low on on top of already having a natural regen.
Well, it's night time now. Akmo still sticking around the mid, but Fucker making that rotation, but looking to try and fight, and well, there it is. Even a TP in from No Fear, of course, always a possibility. But Nature's Prophet on the field, and now can perhaps turn this into a bit of a tower push as well. But there's still 2 more heroes sitting around trying to prevent that. And Bloodseeker creeping back in. Well, still hanging here. I mean, another fissure can come out, and oh, the bash again!
Oh, the bash!
Onto Disruptor, just when they needed it. Look at this. I mean, Bloodseeker, if he's too scared to go to the creeper to heal up, then he will stay at half health himself for a little bit. Jakes should be fine, so also leap available. Through this now. Takes a couple of tower shots, but he'll be absolutely fine. And his buddy LeBron TP'd out after the Night Stalker expanded the void. So well played on that front after a bit of a dive, trying to capitalize on that aggression.
0-5, 2k gold lead. Midas, first Midas of the Morana. Double Dimension doing pretty well so far. They had yeah. So even this was, I like to mention that even this was this mid tower going down in 5 minutes was pre Troll Warlord level 6. You add in a fucking battle trance in this, like towers are just gonna melt. So x.bet is gonna have to be very careful on how they engage in this fight. They can just lose towers.
Yep.
Very quickly.
Undershock now looking at the bottom tower to just prove that point, I guess. Immediately switching to a different lane after that tier 1 has been taken care of, and just have some help from LeBron, but well, slightly outnumbered. The Nature's Prophet comes in. Need a bash again, but the Sprout, well, we'll keep it in place for a little bit. Trying to go for the 3 body blocks is slow, and all the damage even from that will be enough. Meanwhile, Sane try to finish up LeBron. Looks like that's gonna fall to Theo, and he will zap it away. Now Sane trying to run away, but the bash down the stair, and the body blocks retreats even. Double Dimension will finish up yet another kill. Rotation coming through from Bloodseeker, another TP. Night Stalker comes back into the fray. Undershock might overstay his welcome here, now forced to just stand around. Or maybe just TP out there, that also works. No void for another second. They will be able to keep the Disruptor alive, but that's about all they got here. Maybe they can get Akmo here as well, but P-Bomb, that's quite nice if they can get some more stuns off, perhaps. There it is. Turn around the fissure. There it is. Oh. Double kill for the check. I saw it coming. I was so ready for that.
Very difficult. It's also to note that he's actually maxing the aftershock in this game. He's not going for the fissure damage. Just trying to hold people in for as long as possible. I kind of like this.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not stopping.
Undershock straight up diving, but now it's dropped it up on the tower. It will transfer the aggro, so that will be fine. And the tree is still chasing him, so this Bloodseeker not getting it out of this. Oh,
why'd you finish the TP?
There was the Lycan, of course, going down. TP from the Disruptor will lead to yet another death. Now this Bloodseeker might be the next target, but he's lagging it right now. This is not boding well for the rest of this game.
Yep. I actually want to go back and talk about this Earthshaker Aftershock. This is, I mean, it's just smart. I'm just like completely amazed by this Aftershock build because, so if you look at the stun duration between Fissure, at max, if he had, let's say he had 3 points instead in Fissure and only 1 point in Aftershock, he would have a 1.5 second stun on a 16-second cooldown. With going for the Aftershock instead with 3 points, he has basically a 1.2 second stun with 0.3 seconds, pretty small, but on a 5 second cooldown. So he gets basically double the stun duration, and he knows that meanwhile top right chicks he's gonna get out. Oh, he's dead.
Finally, turning that breadstick a bit of more of a rounded form. The 2 stands up the 11. Bottom lane, no fear. Oh, yeah, that's another Fissure. A couple of right clicks. Should be able to finish up the Disruptor. Sane pops his ultimate. He wants to try and fight back. And he does swipe quite hard, but there's nothing to cancel TP.
Yeah, it's not going to go anywhere for that one. So yeah, he knows that back to the Earthshaker, he knows that it's going to be Exmo. Wrapping around.
Yeah, it's Aestron. See Sane now. His ulti ran out. Doesn't want to go for it alone. Top lane at the same time, are they chasing each other again? They do. Indeed, Mirana already uses Starfall because bringing Shaman got back up before. And, should be the end of that. Alright, Rupture mid. Yeah. No TP on Akmo, he can start throwing out some spells, so we've seen this dance before, but this time all alone up against 3 or 4 heroes. I wasn't gonna play the way out of that one. And they're also banned at the bottom lane. Yeah, again, I haven't seen them before. So I wasn't really expecting much from them, honestly. This Double Dimension, they've been playing in the bigger leagues for a long time. So if anyone's coming into this team and not seeing them as favorites, then haven't watched this tier of Dota in a long time. Yep. Who knows? Sometimes there's like these one or two really talented players in the middle of that, and then filter into what the hell? All right, that was questionable.
Yeah, I even tried just looking up Sane since DotaBoom, and I just don't I see nothing in terms of esports profile, so I don't see any history.
So how do you judge this 12-minute blink arcane boots on the Earthshaker?
I judge as yes. That's how I judge. I judge yes.
Up top. Alright, at this point you gotta carry a TP, don't you? It's almost just in the area of sloppiness. I'm gonna go for Roche now anyway. And that'll not be contested, but looks then again, they're TPing people in. They do have the static storm available, but those champs already dead. And now the Sprout in the back. Enchantress will be right click down, courtesy of the troll. They just need a little bit more damage. Can't actually walk his way up back to the shrine because of the fissure, but...
Oh, he's gonna go in, yes, he got it!
Blum's back. Won't really do too much. Undershock taken over. Same for Nofia, TPing ahead. So we get the secondary kill. Making it look easy now with Aegis in hand. With a new set of Treants, they'll be looking for the tier 2s. Top lane and mid lane are still standing. Bottom lane took a little bit early already.
What a player, Aximal.
So is there anything that x.bet can actually try and do to stop this death push coming out? It seems like they don't really have anything. I mean, I guess the static storm, we haven't seen one of those yet, but how much?
Yeah, they're gonna have to catch multiple heroes in the static storm.
Oh, there it is. And it's like some LeBron actually taking quite a bit of damage here in the Lycan, and it will be enough. They also get the Aegis, and now a bit of extra control from Akmo. Doesn't have the Echo Slam obviously to walk out with. Same still fighting, but we'll lose that fight here. Undershock coming back with the last swipe, gets that kill. 2-1 trade so far though. Now Akmo comes in with the control, with the finisher follow, and it is Troll Wallet's turn to try and get some more damage in, but everyone a little bit too speedy on the side of x.bet. Now a lot of damage being done to Nature's Prophet as he's trying to TP out. I didn't quite expect that much. No Akmo, next one on the list. Again, trying to be annoying, trying to fight his way out. Undershock's actually still sticking around. But builds up into the air, left for Lady. Does get caught with the blood right. The patch is there, he gets one kill. Still not sure if it was worth it, but making most out of that decision anyway.
Боже, ты посмотри вокруг, что происходит! Боже, ты посмотри вокруг, что происходит!
No. Oh yeah.
Yeah, maybe they thought with the Aegis they can try to test the waters. A lot of teams try to do that. Now they know that it might need to take care of a little bit more of their supports. Braun did get run down in the beginning of that fight. He was not buddy. And the static storm on 3 was pretty well placed. He did take that fight without Echo Slam. I feel if they did have the Echo Slam, it might have. But yeah, I think I agree with you enough that maybe going forward that they're going to have to be a little bit more cautious on how they approach it. Ken is finally getting his first Necro. Yep. Necro book. The night vision against Morano will out. Probably gets taken down. But yeah, the night vision countered against the night vision. Like now that they have that Echo Slam up, Night Shadow, they're going to be trying to go for this push in again.
Water's down.
Uh-oh.
You see on the shock, they could be glimpsing back perhaps.
That was dangerous.
Oh, might be going too ham. Belgriff comes out, the Echo Slam, not really doing too much damage on the shock, still trying to survive on the run. The Yuletide to keep him in place, and in the meantime, finish up another one. Nature's Prophet going down, just a crapshoot at this point here, LeBron. Third one. All they got was a disruptor in exchange. Double Dimension biting up a bit more than they can shoot at this point. Now, well, looking for more perhaps. Yeah.
Yeah, they need to be careful. It was a 9k gold lead a little while ago. Now it's bounced between the 6k and the 7k gold lead. Double Dimension still has a good amount of map control that they have left. Their wards are... They actually do not have that many wards on the map. Bottom lane, no fear you're going to get caught out again.
Well, we're sealing up a little bit with the ultimate bouncing through, but ultimately not enough. It used to have to work in overtime there for Play With Me, who's been using it to cancel TPs and such. Yeah, it's not even kill after kill, he's dropping in that worth chart right now. And he's about to have this Radiance. And this game might turn back around, and Double Dimension will have a lot more problems to deal with going forward.
I feel that one play that they can make here, Murano's already starting to build the link. I think that they just need BKBs. Gets ruptured, needs to be able to live because they're right now. X.bet is comboing up their rupture plays with just dropping the static storm to delete that one hero and single them out. It's very hard for Double Dimension to play when someone gets ruptured and they get dropped in that static storm. Yeah. Control Warlord's gonna have to play a little bit careful, and I'm going to assume that he's going to be rupture target number 1. Right. So he's just gonna have to. His team either he's gonna have to play a little bit more conservatively, or his team is gonna have to do a better job protecting him, following up the damage.
Yep. I feel like if he built a BKB, that would almost be enough, so that he can actually stand with the rupture, standing around instead of having to walk away and then still being caught out by a blood ride and the static storm and whatnot.
Yeah, especially now with the Radiance, the missed chance against the Troll Lord is always huge. It's very difficult to deal with. If he does get ruptured, his team has to play around him. He's their main damage dealer right now. Autumn can deal a good amount of right-click damage and some magic damage, but most of the output is going to be coming from benefiting. His ulti is kind of like a Drow aura. Drow buffs up another one of her cores that massively beat into the enemy team. Troll is kind of playing that role right now with the Battle Trance, but not only with the Battle Trance, but in his own right click. So if he gets ruptured, the team has to play around him and not try to zone. Lycan does an insane amount of damage on this by himself. He's not checked, so they can't focus him down by themselves. They have to play with the Troll. Aximo kind of being a little cheeky down here.
I know he had some support. Nightstock actually dropping down a half health between that as well as the last bit of a Nature's Wrath for bouncing around. And the Shadow now trying to probe a little bit deeper. Not gonna find anyone anytime soon though, as X.bet also kind of very grouped up at this point. Well, still far enough away. Instead, they're looking for Agma with some movement speed. Should be able to do so, especially Glimpse coming through. But blink away. Nah, it's not coming up, surely. You with the Treants coming in to try and body block, perhaps. That's a good kill. Anything to try and stifle that momentum that Double Dimension's building again. It's super useful to have.
Yeah, I'll agree. I think right now x.bet definitely has a better team fight in terms of comfort. They have the right amount of control and damage and silences that DD don't have. DD right now, their only real forms of teamfight is Fissure and Echo Slam. Otherwise, they're just relying on right clicks.
Oh.
Get pick off bottom.
Next to smoke, they're running to the Dazzle. He's quite far away. Does have help from Agmo, and now the Shadow coming through. The Duke's back with the Necronomical Warrior still giving vision. LeBron forced out on that Shadow Graven himself, trying to delay the inevitable. But now, there's the play. Undershock revealing the BKB, looking for the bash, and he gets it, but then he turns around onto Sane. A lot of damage actually being done. Should be able to finish him off here with the weave taken away from him. That's an easy kill, but now the static swap. The Echo Slam's turned around at the same time, just on the edge. It's a 3-for-2 trade so far. The fight's not over yet. No fear in Rajex. The hunting for more. Hui will have to dodge that arrow, looking for another prize before he falls himself, but he can't get it. A little bit too much damage with that enchanted totem. Now, hey, guess what? Roshan is up. No troll though.
Well, I mean, it started off pretty well for x.bet, and they just probably got picked off in the beginning of the fight, so it was wild. The BKB troll, I think, had x.bet a little panicked because they couldn't really figure out what to do. Kind of just running around and trying to right-click people. They were a good amount. There was somebody has a solar crest. Yes, Night Stalker had a solar crest, so it made it kind of difficult for him to pick somebody off. But then, as soon as that BKB ran out, he just got bursted. But the combination between Exmo and No Fear and being able to combine and find their plays just allowed the fight just to scale a little bit towards DD, and now the 19 gold lead is now increased to 13k, so they got it a little bit back.
I'm certainly gonna try. Sane pops the ultimate, pops the Necrobook. With the fissure, with the MP ultimate bouncing around, though. I have to think twice about it, but no. Darkness. Double Dimension already abandoned this particular Roshan pit. Now going for the Moonlit Shadow, trying to walk in. There should be plenty of vision here. Now the Static Storm just to try and zone them out. BKB comes out, they don't even care about it. Expand the BKB charge, but they got the second Necro Creep. It's an extra 200 gold. And also buy enough time for Roshan. At the same time, actually, they just Prophet was all doing his own thing, but getting caught out again by the Bloodseeker. Yeah. Yep. Power of the Nature's Prophet.
Double Dimension now.
Use it very nicely around the Roche Pit. Yep. Now
I think we need to wait.
The obvious choice.
Need to wait for Troll's BKB. Yep. Gonna go yep. Drops the Lincolns. It's gonna get popped immediately. I'm just gonna let him right click.
Yeah. No Static Storm to the follow up with Shadow Grave just in case. Rajex though, he might be in trouble. Maybe not. Echo Slam comes through. And really hitting on too much, but still finishing off that one kill. So but Undershock will use the Aegis again immediately. Agmo still trying to control. He's dropped it up 4-star after round. 2-4 and 3-4, and if you want to count the Aegis, Mirana also casualty of this bad. Necrobox will finish up the Dazzle. It's there's a lot of casualties here, indeed. And Undershock only now pops the BKBs. He's sitting at half health. He'll get the kill, but what cost? No fear. Next on the list. x.bet gonna get a full team vibe here. Maybe no. Undershock eats the cheese. Now it's gonna get silenced. Gonna get right click down. He's not all that tanky. He doesn't have too much lifesteal to work with. Trying to TP out, but no. There's like 7 lives they burn through if you want to count the Aegis as well. So cheese on a Troll Warlord. All he got was a melee axe. 4k gold swing.
5K gold swing. I mean, it was pretty ridiculous. They have no answer right now for this Lycan. It's if they don't get the Echo Slam off on Lycan, it's pretty much over because he's not getting controlled at all. It's impossible for Troll to stick with him because he's just too fast. Even if he fixes the Diffusal Blade, it's not going to slow him down. It's like an ulti. Always stays at max move speed no matter what. Axmo, it looks like he's going to get caught out as well.
A very great thing there, taking care of the courier. I was leaving staff on it or something. He'll give up his own life for it. I think for the Echo Saber for the Lycan. It's not going to have that for a while. Yeah, it was
not bad. I think he would have died anyway just because they had vision of him and Enchantress was attacking him also, so. I saw an Ench attack going at him from the low ground. Vision!
If I choose to believe in you and ignore all evidence to the contrary. Yep. Yep.
I challenge everything you say.
Projects.
Sorry, it's the Chicagoan in me. I have to challenge.
Alright, they're actually being scouted out, but still going with the Echo Slam instant counter though with the Static Storm. Not coming enough to keep Sane alive. It'll be a 1-for-1 trade. Get a few spells off. Rogic now, well, that's an easy kill. One of the native creeps. But now it's actually being slowed down quite a bit. Trying to finish off the Disruptor, but can't quite do it. Past that kinetic field. No Fear in the back, together with LeBron. Fighting with the Night Stalker is very odd indeed. Now Undershock comes in, just finish off the 1 kill. LeBron still juking and jiving, but look at how fast Play With Me is. So just waiting for the Ghost of timeout. Double kill for him. Also lose the Shaman God though, despite the healing sprites coming out. The Futile Blade helping slow down. So 3 for 3. Just like that. It's hard to believe that the skill score in this game was 2-11 at one point, and now it's 29-29.
Yeah, I mean, DD did kind of try to ram their head in a couple times, so you can count that as like 10 kills for them in that case, but everything else they're playing pretty well, and then Bloodseeker is finding these pickoffs solo on the Nature's Prophet, so they have been able to chip back in here with some mistakes from DD, but not respecting their own timings or forgetting about their own timings in terms of when they have BKBs up or when to go on their spells. I think DD is just trying to figure out ways where they can kind of chip away and trying to get this map control back where they can continue to shove it. Yeah, Moonlight Show.
Well, Shaman God doesn't have a problem right now, I can tell that much. So. Same time, they're actually getting disrupted down for the bottom, so that's actually a good opening. Take another tower. The Glyph will try to delay this a little bit. The Rupture on Undershock also has to walk out of the Blood Rider as the BKB was about to wear out. Another Blood Rider comes through. Sane on the side. Yeah, they're gonna need to try and get rid of these negative creeps as they possibly can. But hey, look at this bottom lane. Being split pushed by Radix instead of Nature's Prophet. Another Rupture. Again on Undershock. Can't quite capitalize on it. It's possible just to walk out of these Blood Rites. so annoying to deal with because you lose so much health in the process. Yeah, a bit of a deeper commitment to that bottom. Rajek's actually just man fighting Zane with his illusions. Okay, that also works. Man for the field were pretty good on any sort of agility carry. Buyback force out already, but it doesn't have his ultimate, so it's not as easy to fight. And meanwhile, yeah, you have two separate push teams on either side just whittling away at the racks. Whenever they just try and go one way. Third rupture of this particular engagement, Thundershock. Well, he could walk around now, has a shot grave for a couple of seconds, but walks himself to death in the end as it times out. They didn't actually finish any one of these racks yet, and now they're gonna get more kills. Echo Slam being used to try and turn around, but this time no follow-up spells. So
meanwhile, bottom no fear is taking those bottom racks.
Yes, indeed. They did get the ranged one at the very least. Again, they give up so many kills for it. Top range also goes down.
Yeah, x.bet was just kind of getting pulled apart there. They couldn't know where to defend. They couldn't defend bottom. They did mid. On top of it, they were playing 4v5. I mean, the beginning of the fight, they're playing 3v5 because Nature's Prophet and Disruptor, Enchantress and Disruptor both got deleted from the fight before it even began, or that push began. So they were kind of confused on where they could fight, and then people and feeding. So it was a difficult defense, and yeah, double damage is inched their way closer. One more step to. Oh no.
Find the Bloodseeker this time with some extra help. Oh, maybe not. He's sitting inside the trees though. BKB from the OP means there's actually nothing he has to fear right now. So quite literal with his name. But okay, Akmo is running straight into the Lycan with his macro books, revealing him. So that's not a deal. Feeding himself away for the drop for the Bloodseeker kill. Rajek still sticking around, so there's no fear. LeBron actually the one coming in from the side. Quite the unlikely hero to do that. But another TP from No Fear to cancel the TP attempt on the Disruptor, and now look for more. Look at this damage here, Rajek's.
Oh my goodness.
So much work. Meanwhile, mid, look at this Undershock. He wasn't part of that. He's just filling up another melee racks. Now only one of those, as well as half a range rack, sitting between x.bet and Mega Creeps. Oh,
yeah,
no,
he knows what the purpose of this game is.
Oh, BKB wants to get the racks. Did he get it though? No, not quite.
Not quite.
If he wants to throw his life away as well, I'm sure. Yeah. Damn. They're definitely yeah, he's doing exactly that. They're super committed to this. Go backdoor region, pops the BKB again. Can't TP out. Just spawn some more trees, just sends them at the range racks. Oh no. This is. Yeah.
Yep. I mean, they know they can buy time. They know they have all buybacks. That x.bet will still have to, no matter where they land, they have to go through it. Already. They know that they can buy this time. Oh, big Echo Slam from Maximo.
Oh, maybe not pick it up until Undershock comes in. Those will finish up Sane. Yeah, they do have enough damage. They're looking for more. TO next on the list. None of them have buyback. This might just be the end of it. Just go down mid and finish it.
But imagine them just to march down mid. Roshan is up right now, so they can off that instead, just to play it safe.
Yep.
I mean, they know they have this game in the bag, but it's just probably that final.
Come on, Neff.
Hey, I used to when I used to pick Naga a lot, and the game was about to end, we're about to win. I would sing, and I would all chat. It's not over until the fat Naga sing.
Of course you would.
Hey man, I don't BM all chat. When I do, it's just right.
I think that depends on the definition, but it's Mega Creeps that x.bet are gonna have to contend with now. Plus Mages and Cheese and Winner Cheddar walking into the day, obviously it's but they might catch out Botseek on the outside here. Protection of their own, I believe. But he reveals himself, deals himself up into the air, isolated from the rest of his team, control from Akmo. And it's another hero without buyback. They all used it earlier, so they can go straight for the tier 4's GG call, only a couple of seconds away. One would imagine. Rana dropping quite low, but has the cheese available. Just as Static Storm insane, trying to do what he can. Undershock actually taking quite a bit of damage, but good rage vision from Akmo. Catching 4 people. The towers die in the meantime. No double dimension heroes died just yet until just now. Let's see, age is gone. Akmo with the Echo Slam. It is what it is at this point. Just a melee as the phone falls. GG only calls only now. Game number 1. Also bumpy roads here and there. Double dimension not really playing it as disciplined as they probably could have. But they end up taking the win as expected anyway.
Put your bad memories to bed. I could be the unsung hero. I could lay the world at your feet. Baby, if you'd lean on me, I'll hold